Hi, I'm Randy Alden with Post Perspective. We're here with Jon Davila from View. Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be back at NAB and great to be with you.
Thanks. You guys, back at NAB, so last year was the first one after the pandemic, and you guys had a pretty big presence.
Yes.
But this year you were in even more booths and I guess experiences. So
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so last year was the initial splash. Funny enough, prior to us exhibiting last year, we always came just as attendees, so it was a cool switch in perspective. However, this year we're back, I think in a more impactful way, in the sense that we are partnering with more technology companies, more brands here at NAB to again push virtual production and its adoption and the way it is the future of our industry.
So you guys not only, you have your own technology, but you also help other companies set up, you have your own studios.
Yes.
So you're doing a lot. And
Yep.
you've got some mobile, you can set people up with mobile studios.
Yes.
So why don't you walk us through that?
Yeah, so we own and operate 4 corporate studios. Those are in Las Vegas, Orlando, Tampa, and Nashville. But ultimately, I think the power in virtual production is to create a network of studios. And so to date, we've built 19 other studios, and our network is growing. Now, not all of those are owned and operated by View, however, they are powered by View. So we are teaching these other brands, these other studios that we're building, the trades of virtual production, the workflow of virtual production, how to get more utilization in their own studios. Because ultimately, in order for virtual production to succeed and sustain, we need to branch out and teach others, how to get this, so we get that adoption that it deserves.
So what came first, the studios or the technology?
First was the tech, for sure. Pioneers before us like ILM, right? Once the tech was here, and then it became within reach, the studios came, where it wasn't so daunting to, look at a stage like what you saw at ILM and say, man, that looks really expensive. Our thought was like, hey, can we lower the barrier to entry, create our studios, get adoption in those, and then grow a network of studios. And in addition to the network that we have a mobile solution as well that can travel and pop up at whatever locations needed. Again, there's so many use cases for virtual production. It could be, in brick and mortar, and it could be on the road as well.
So what does the mobile one look like? I mean, there's no volume. Is it green screen based?
No, the mobile one's actually LED technology, and it has some
Really?
hardware components to it. We can build currently, we can build as big as a 50-foot wall by 18 feet tall. So it's a nice sweet spot in terms of size to be able to accomplish a wide variety of shots.
So would it be for live sporting events? Like who's using it?
Yeah, right now the use cases we're seeing for the mobile application is with sports teams. You think about it, for media day, you only get 2 minutes tops with players. So if you can have this setup that will roll through multiple scenes and the players just have to, give their glamour shots, 2-minute increments, you can roll through a lot of players, a lot of actors, if you will. So the mobile application is great for sports. It's great for car process stuff as well. It's just a great pop-up solution when a production company or a film doesn't have quite the time or resources to have to travel to certain locations for unique looks. Just bring it into a studio through a mobile solution.
And your brick and mortar studios, you have 3? 4.
Yep.
Because you just opened a new one, right?
We just, actually, our Orlando was the newer one at the beginning of quarter 4 last year.
Okay. So are people renting out the space? Are you guys doing some of your own productions? Like, how is that working?
Both. So at each of our studios, first and foremost, what we're trying to do is connect with the local community, let them know that this resource is here, let them know that a new way to create content is within reach in each of those local markets. And so we have production companies that come in and rent the studios. We have agencies with their production companies come in and rent the studios. But we're also seeing that we're getting requests for turnkey production services as well. And when those opportunities present themselves to us, we partner with production companies, again, to help them experience virtual production and get adoption. So it's a win-win for everybody.
And also you're providing them with experienced talent,
Yes.
which, because people are talking about how that's one of the negatives is just training people to work this way.
Yes. I would say that is the biggest challenge right now to virtual production is the lack of a workforce so far.
Yep.
I mentioned that we build other studios, and we've built 19 to date. About half of that has been for educational institutions, because we believe that if we can put it in the hands of students, when they come out of these schools and they come out of these programs, they'll be better equipped and ready to work right from the jump. So we truly believe, hey, let's educate students, let's put our solutions in schools, in universities, in the hands of the future content makers, and then we'll see utilization skyrocket.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Jon, where can people go to find out more about View?
To find out more about View, you can go to our website, that is view.network.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Same here.